Ja huusaarakat musukat ja tervetuloa jälleen Starfieldin pelailun pariin. Viime jaksossa, niin kuin tuttuun tyyliin, niin jäätiin vangiksi, jouduttiin putkaan ja meille tehtiin tällainen pienimuotoinen tarjous, mistä ei voinut kieltäytyä. Tai oltaisiin voitu kyllä kieltäytyä, mutta oltaisiin sitten jouduttu ammuskelemaan tiemme tältä alukselta pois. Mutta mikä se nyt oli? Crimson Fleet, mikähän nyt ikinä olikaan. Nyt pitää vielä luutnantti Toftille jutella kavereiden kesken Tofu. Ja lähdetään tutkimaan. Leikkimään 007.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical to the success of Commander Akande's operation. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Niinpä niin.
For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
Oi, saadaan vähän viikkorahaa myös.
It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Let me know if you need anything else.
Siinä vaan sitten, elikkä joudutaan toi Eiku hetkinen. Noniin, waypointti lähti se siljentie. Niin, eli evidenssiä, okei, ja no niin, ei olisi tarvinnut vaihtaa. Jaa, itse asiassa, oliko meillä... No ei ollut skillipointseja laisinko.
Everything seems to be where we left it.
No niin, joo just. Hetkinen. Oh. No hehe.
Hey, Captain. Need help with anything?
En niin yhtikäs missään. Nyt lähdetään piraattijahtiin.
Ships separated. Engaging drive.
Jaha, ai, ei se ollutkaan sen kauempana. Hetkinen, marssi, missä perkele? Ai niin ja hittolainen, mehän päästään nyt kokeilemaan tota meidän ajoneuvoa. Ellei me sit olla täysin... Joo. Ellei sit olla täysin etuoven edessä, ja näinhän me oltiin.
I suspect the soul system would be abandoned otherwise.
much run the lower levels here.
Do you imagine anyone actually in... I simply cannot.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Mhm.
Here's an idea. Why don't you shout that louder so everyone at UC Security hears? Either show me what you're trying to unload or get the hell out of here.
Olisin mä sen voinut kiljuukin sul.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
If the Trade Authority is not interested, that says a great deal.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC Security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
Tonni. Fine.
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Just demand the extra credits up front next time. These games are juvenile and tiresome.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Varmasti. Mutta voidaanko me jekuttaa häntä? Otetaan tohon. Nimittäin meillä on taskujen... Oh. Aha, no se siitä puhalluksessa sitten. Annettiin hänelle tonni, mutta... Ne katos kun tuhka taivaalle.
Been to Aquila? Those security uniforms are weak.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Ihana suorasanaisia nämä ihmiset.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Joko taas.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy. Right down to business! And no small talk. I like it.
I see no good reason why we should have any extra dealings with the likes of you.
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Feel free to throw as many credits in my face as you want, but that isn't the point. We need to make an example out of this guy. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Raavi minun selkää, minä raavin sinun selkää ja näin edespäin. Oho.
I could use a break.
Jaha. Kylläpä se waypointti nopeasti vaihtoi suuntaan.
I have a pen pal in New Atlantis.
We've never met, but she's still one of my best friends.
Is Mars treating you well?
Something I can help you with? Hey, slow down. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever. Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Hmm? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Hmm? Sound good? Yeah?
No ei.
Come on! Give me a break! What the... Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Clearly this man has never seen how hard I can squeeze.
Wow.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
On sulla. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No way!
Oi,
I'm already working my fingers to the bone! How dare you
Oi,
try and
perkele.
threaten my family? Great. That's all I need. To become a charity case. How much lower do you expect me to go? Huh? I know Adler's paying you to lean on me. So, you're just doing your job. But I swear, I've got nothing left. Okay? If I give you the last of my credits, my family starves. I can't afford to do that. I won't do that. Holy crap. Really? You'd do that for me? Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. For everything. And don't worry. I'll never borrow anything from Adler again. I promise.
You have my attention.
Näinpä näin. 3 tonnia meni taas se sivusuu, mutta hei, ei hätää. Me saadaan rahaa aina lisää, kun myydään pari paukkukeppiä jollekin myyjälle. Mut oli hän kyllä aika sinnikäs kaveri. Hänellä ei oo rahaa, mut jos hän antaa loput rahoistansa, niin sitten perhe kärsii ja kuitenkin on rahaa, vaikka ei oo rahaa. Ja...
Have something for me? There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message? Nice. Nice! You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
No musta ei sun aasia tule, eli
If you haven't figured that out by now, then maybe you aren't cut out for our line of work.
Minkä takia tässä ei oo, että ei? Osoita mut vaan oikeaan suuntaan, mut no.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Did you need something?
No jaa,
Can we speak
saatiin
for a
me
moment?
omat takaisin ja vähän enemmän.
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
Mhm.
We'll see. When the waters get deep, it's sink or swim. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Reek. I want him dead.
No voi.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long. I've been tracking Rick for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs. But you know what? It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike.
Okei. Mihinkä sä nyt haluat sit meitin tonne, mut katsotaan se kartasta. Se olikin tuolla.
Pilot of the Ragana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. We do not want any trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I was afraid of that. Look, we are not built for combat. What is it you want exactly? Say no, but frankly, it will be safer for us that way. All right, you can dock. We will talk then.
When you have a moment.
Hey, I got some stuff. If you have time, I've been thinking about some things. Wanted to talk to you about it.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Kaikilla on hittolainen jotain asiaa ja näin edespäin.
I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able.
No, voi, kun kaikki nyt. Jaha, täällä on semmonen vastaanottokomitea, että oksaa pois. Halo?
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is not something I am going to do, not until you reveal your intentions. As far as you are concerned, I am Austin Rake. You want him? You're going to have to kill me. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? You are asking me to betray my own crew.
Ei saatana, että on paljon.
I do not even know if you are with them. Usually they are not one to talk.
No sit mennään syvään päätyyn.
We
You
outnumber you. There is no guarantee you will kill us all. I do not know who to believe. But you would not have come all this way if you were lying. It's true. I do not know him that well. And some of what he says is suspicious. All right, I will do it. I've got no love for the fleet. And if Rake was one of them, my loyalties with him end. But if I do this, you have to promise to spare the rest of the crew and leave the supplies for New Homestead.
Unbelievable.
It is either you or all of us, Austin. I'm sorry.
Cut the crap and just admit it. You're a coward. You know, I almost bought it. All that crap about helping people and making a difference. But at the end of the day, you're no different from the fleet. When push comes to shove, you only care about yourself.
You asked for it!
We're losing! Another victory!
Niin.
Well earned.
What an awful situation.
If you have the time.
Olisiko näistä mitään? No ei.
I wish to speak
Blame Rake. Was Austin really a member of the fleet?
Hei.
But he seems so normal.
Olisiko tää nyt vielä jotain? Ilmeisesti. No jaa. Kunnioitetaan sopimusta ja mennään takas. Mut nyt ainakaan mä en tappanut ketään. Älykö? Toi on hengenvaarallinen tiputus. Laittakaa siihen jotain vaneria vaikka päälle.
We're on our own again.
Jaha, mihin me sit mennään? Jaha, ei me oltukaan siellä vielä. Mennäänpä sitten kartalla.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
You took out their jump drive. The enemy's grab drive has been grab drive. Enemy's shield grid is fried.
Sillä lailla. Anna mulle luu! No okei, ehkä me ei vielä oteta luutteja. Mä en oikein vieläkään osaa käyttää tota targeting systeemiä.
Enemy's grab drive disabled.
They got no shields.
Target has lost their grab drive. They cannot jump away.
Luutteja. Oho, toi onkin vähän lähempää. Oi, saatiin myös... No nee. Saatiin myös shippipartseja.
Thanks for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate. Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Kauhia, kun heidän pitää aina uhkailla.
Get used to it. Now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Joining the Crimson Fleet is hardly a cause for celebration. But you have your reasons. So for now, I will allow it.
Mä nimittäin kokeilin mennä tonne Croxi-alueelle tän aluksen kanssa ja jopa tän miehistön kanssa ja pataan tulee niin, että melkein tukka lähtee. Mut mikäs teidän ongelma nyt oli? Piti jutella. Sulla?
Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he? Despicable is too kind a word. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet. It's an absolute disgrace. I'm relieved to hear you say that. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice. Had you taken the money, this would have been a very different conversation. I'm proud of you. It took a lot of integrity to say no to that offer. No, it certainly isn't. Especially when it comes at the expense of human lives. Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me.
No niin, aktiviteetit, se on päivitetty. Sitten oli vielä se meidän
Hey, how are you?
Tosi hyvin. No missä? Oliko se täällä? No ei täälläkään ketään. Mihin se akka nyt hävisi? Kaikilla on niin kauhiasta asiaa ja... Ja, eikä me päästy sitä meidän mönkkäriäkään testaamaan. No.
What's on your mind? So, you gotta fill me in on what happened at the temple. What happened? What did you see?
Ai niin, tää oli tää.
Noticeable weathering on the rock surfaces could be due to extreme erosion, which differs per planet, of course. So we can't exactly correlate age with that. But it is an interesting observation. Then what happened? I heard you did some stuff and then you changed.
No joo.
Uh-huh. Hold up a second. You encountered advanced technology that altered your biology in a way that results in... In what? Superpowers? I could call it that weird thing that you do, but it does seem like a mouthful. Fair enough. Maybe we can run some tests later. Anyway, thanks for filling me in on the temple and your power. I wonder if we can find any more traces of whoever built them. It just opens up a world of questions. It's so exciting.
Tämäkö nyt oli se sun asia, mistä piti jutella? Ja oliko nyt vielä sullakin jotain?
Sorry, I plain forgot what I wanted to talk with you about.
Hey, Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself,
If Cora leaves her tools out one more time. I mean, I love her more than life itself, but I can only say the same damn thing so many times.
Then instead of dreaming about me, stop by and say hello.
Oh, next time I see her, I'll paste on a smile and ask her ever so nicely to pick them up. Again. I mean, this is between me and you, but Cora wasn't exactly planned.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I mentioned, but I served a spell in the Freestar Rangers. Had a partner. Lillian Hearts. Well, we were like fire and ice, but, well, it wasn't all bad.
Flirttaahan, no en helvetissä rupee flirttailemaan. Hei, nyt se flirtti pois sieltä.
It wasn't always like it is now. Hell, when Cora was born, I was completely out of my depth. For the first few months, I kept thinking, what a colossal mistake I made. Me, a father. But one late night, early morning, whatever, little Cora gave me my first smile. And I knew I'd do anything for that girl.
No niin.
Well, that's it then.
Nyt saa riittää. Pysähdytään jonnekin Jupiterin. Justhan mä olin. Noniin. Pysähdytään jossain kohtaa jonnekin Jupiterin etupihalla, takapihalla ja jutellaan siellä. Oho.
Vessel ID acknowledged. Port 1 cleared for docking. Welcome home to the Vigilance.
Docking procedure is
ei muuta kuin antamaan raporttia.
Cannot wait to...
Commander Conde wants to see you.
Things I wish to discuss with you. When you have time. I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them?
No en.
You would prefer mining to this. It must be far more exciting than I have been led to believe. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation? I cannot tell if that is a compliment or an attempt to avoid the question. I will assume the former. I have a very different background from the rest of Constellation. I carry myself differently. I worry that some of the others are unable to see past this. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death. Why should I be? It was necessary for survival. I would not be here otherwise. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite.
Pitäisikö fliirata? Totta kai.
That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you. I know this seems trivial. Perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense?
Oi herra jumala, tätä dialogia määrä. Joo.
Goodbye.
Eteenpäin. Tää on kuin lastentarhas olisi, kun jokaisen kanssa pitää hölöttää, jokaisesta täytyy kysellä tunteista ja oletko pessyt hampaat ja oletko pessyt korvantaustat ja...
I saw one of the ensigns get an Alpha Centauri from Officer Petrosian the other day.
We received word you boarded the Ragana. I don't care if Rake was with the fleet. The pilot and his crew were not. What you did was uncalled for. I understand certain liberties must be taken to maintain your cover, but your core morality has to remain intact. If you let your role strip that away, you become one of them. You're of no use to me. Understood? Hearing and comprehending are two different things.
No, se on kyllä totta.
Let's hope for both our sakes that you fully understand the situation. Now I want to make this crystal clear. You do what you can to stay in the fleet, but there's an ethical line we cannot cross. Do something like this again, and you're out. Permanently. But for now, we will continue with the briefing. Were you at least able to join the fleet?
Musta tuntuu, että teet sä miten tahansa tuon äskeisen tehtävän, niin sä saat tämän saman nalkutuksen häneltä, koska mä muistan ensimmäisestä kerrasta, että ihan sama setti ja näin. Niin.
Then it worked. You're in. As distasteful as your methods were, at least you managed to complete the job. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Searsha was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on a good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. You'll get paid once I consider your report complete.
And we expect your reports to be thorough. Where the Crimson Fleet is concerned, no detail is inconsequential.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? Strange. She must want to vet you some more. Still, it should only be a matter of time before they invite you to the Key. That's likely where you'll meet Delgado.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
What is there to know? He is pirate scum, like all of them.
Exactly. The Crimson Fleet is not a monolith. Any information you have on its members can only help. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the Key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
Luojan kiitos. Ei kun hittalainen. Saadaan me tehty ihan suoraan. Ilman noita kävelyitä sun muita, niin... Oho, onpas se kaukaa. Ei kun niin, se oli täällä, joo. No jos tällä kertaa me ei kuoltais, kun saavutaan tän planeetan tai tähän. Ihan totta. Elikkä menepä sitten kiltisti omaan tänne. Näin. Ja nytten voit sitten lentää kivasti. Ei ole. Teillä ei ole kenelläkään yhtään mitään asiaa minulle seuraavaan 365 päivään asti saakka tänään nyt. Jokainen pitää suun supussa ja seuraa esimerkkiä.
Hail acknowledged. Dock where you like.
Se oli nopea.
Like love.
Get out of my face. You said the take was 10K, but it was big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30. You wanted 4K. You got 4K.
Oho. Jaha.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
No, sinne päin.
Never apologize. Not if you want anyone in the fleet to respect you. And if they don't respect you, put a gun to their head and they'll get the message. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
It must be very embarrassing for the UC to be in this situation.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. All right. History time. So, the key
like
is in
a chance
orbit
to
around
talk to you,
Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock.
Et sneakkinä
The
menee samaan
UC is so
vauhtiin.
clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh?
Can we speak for a moment?
Nyt
Is something
Tatjana,
amiss?
Andre ja Suki.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you, always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on.
Andrea, voisitko nyt ystävällisesti pysyä paikalla?
After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, Queen of the Rare Exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Radley from the Trade Authority.
Tää on tää muistuttaa
there.
enemmän jotain koulukiusaajien majaa jossain puussa, missä ne egoilee ja tappelee keskenään.
She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts far too much at risk. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Yeah.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core. Fine by me. There's plenty of others who do. You do less, you make less. It's a pretty simple equation. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
So there I am. You see security on my tail, and my grav drive just chokes. And you know doors have been repaired.
Koitetaan nyt saada kaikki nämä dialogit väännettyä, että seuraavassa osassa päästään sitten jännän äärelle, eikä tarvii niin jumalattomasti praatata.
Ah, there's our other new recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself. Boss. Good. You're getting it already.
Päästään huomattavasti helpommalla.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova. I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet, And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lock cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Griggs. Griggs led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it. Before Griggs left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Griggs' legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Griggs' legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC System. Sounds like someone wants to get down to business.
Kyllä.
Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Ei nyt mitään tommosia. Miettikää kuinka hienoa se olisi, kun tämmöisen briefin jälkeen kaikkien alusten kapteenit väännettäisiin jonnekin iso auditorioon ja heillä olisi semmoiset paperiset tähtikartat ja siellä sitten tussin kanssa väännetään että Jarmo ajaa tonne ja Virtanen tonne ja ai, niin nyt sulla on ihan väärässä paikkaa toi rasti. Se on se väärä planeetta, se viereinen planeetta. Ja Kekäräinen on väärässä systeemissä ja voi. Niin se olisi mahtavaa. Saadaanko me suoraan laskeuduttua? Saadaan vissi. No niin. Päästiin nopeasti ja autokin jo siinä ja tohon me otetaan kuikkisave ja se oli kuulkaa siinä. Pahoittelut taas jälleen kerran meni tämä jakso enemmän tähän höpöttämiseen, mutta musta tuntuu, että Iso B:n peleissä se on enemmänkin sääntö kuin poikkeus, koska aina kun aloitat uuden, on se sitten Crimson Fleet tai joku muu, niin siinä käytetään se tunnin verran, puoli tuntia aikaa, että tulee sitä tarinaa ja tarkoitusta ja näin edespäin. Mutta niin tai näin, saatiin nyt ainakin vähän taisteltua avaruudessa ja näin, joten tästä on hyvä jatkaa. Iso kiitos katsomisesta, muistakaa peukuttaa, muistakaa tilata, muistakaa hypätä Discord-kanavalle, jatketaan siellä. Se on moi!